not been able to read a new novel since the beginning of 2023, and it's been almost 2 years now. Which, by the way, let me clarify, I've been rereading a lot of novels, and I've also reread and picked up new webcomics, manhwas, and manhwas. But now I feel like I'm missing out on so many good books. So, my one goal for this month is to actually just finish one novel. Even though we're going to be talking about many in this video, but that's my goal. And November's here, so it's getting a bit chilly. And it's like the perfect weather to get cozy and comfortable and read. So let's just talk about all the books that I have in my November TBR pile. So go get your favorite snacks and let's begin. Oh, by the way, hi, I'm Ashlyn. Okay, so the first book that we're going to talk about is The Secret Book Club by Shauna Robinson. So this is supposed to be a story about community, friendship, and self-discovery. Let me quickly read the blurb. Maggie Banks loves books, and running a bookstore sounds like the best job in the world. Except in Belle River, a place that refuses to let her sell anything written in this century. However, in Maggie's world, book rules are made to be broken. And what better way to break tradition than by starting an underground book club? But keeping her new club quiet, selling forbidden books, and dodging the strict literary society is proving harder than it seems. Especially when Maggie unearths a secret that could upend everything. Okay, so you know why I actually bought this book? It's this whole starting an underground book club. Sorry, starting an underground book club and selling forbidden books thing, which seemed really, really exciting. So I was like, yeah, I gotta buy this. Also, this book supposedly explores the feelings of being lost and trying to figure out what you want from yourself and what you want from the life that you're trying to establish, which is like such a common and important experience for many, many young people. So yeah, I'm just like really excited to give this book a go, but this might not be the first book that I pick up, and the reason is that I fear that it might be a little bit boring, which like that could be, that could be said for any of the books here, and boring is fine, okay, but boring is, it's not for me, okay, it's not for me, especially in books. So yeah, you get the point. Okay, the next book that we're going to talk about is Welcome to the Hyunam-Dong Bookshop by Hwang. Okay, first of all, let's take a second to appreciate the very beautiful cover. It's actually one of the two reasons why I bought this book, the other being the story, obviously. But let's talk about the story. So, our protagonist, Youngju, did everything she was supposed to do. She went to a university, married a decent man, and got a respectable job. And you would expect somebody like that to be happy and satisfied. Instead, she is burnt out. So she takes a leap of faith, she divorces her husband, quits her job, and decides to follow her dream. So she moves to a small residential neighborhood outside the city where she opens the Hyunam-Dong Bookshop. So according to the blurb, we'll see her hosting author events, reading hungrily, and I assume we'll also see stories of certain people that have been mentioned in the blurb, like a certain barista, coffee roaster, some writers, as well as customers. So yeah, okay, there's also something I said like maybe 30 seconds ago that Youngju did everything she was supposed to do. She went to a university, married a decent man, and then got a job, and you would expect her to be happy. Well, what I mean by that is that in Asian countries, these are considered certain steps that you need to climb or certain things that you need to accomplish in order to lead a very happy and satisfying life. Now, these are obviously societal expectations with no regards for your well being. So, when a person takes such decisions like quitting a job that pays well or getting a divorce, they're considered really, really foolish, especially when they decide to, follow a risky path or follow their dream. And while this is normalized in the West and even welcomed, that is unfortunately not the case here. So when a story, brushes upon such subjects, even briefly, it makes for a very, very comforting read. At least it does for me. So yeah. Oh wait, I almost missed this. So the author of this book, Hwang Bo-Reum, she actually studied computer science and worked as a software engineer in Seoul before she left it all to become a writer. Is anybody else seeing the parallels? Because I am, and I just feel like this book is about to be really, really good. So yeah. Okay, so the next book that we have here is The Door-to-Door Bookstore by Carsten Henn. Okay, so this book revolves around a 72-year-old elderly man who hand delivers books to his customers every night, and a little girl who one day decides to join him on one of his delivery rounds. Now, considering the fact that this book has a child, and frankly, some people just cannot write children as children, so I just hope this one's better. Also, this is like a really short read. It says 251 pages here, so I guess that's it. And I feel like I'll be able to read this in a sitting, but that is if I want to read it. Okay, let's not talk about that. But yeah, also, has anybody else been noticing a pattern? So this actually popped into my head when I was arranging the books in the order I wanted to speak about them in. And like we talked about different kinds of books, and like they have very different protagonists, but they have one thing in common, and that is their love for books. And it just popped into my head that what better way to get back into reading than reading books about books. So yeah, that's something I just discovered while arranging the books here. Okay, next we have Before the Coffee Gets Cold and Tales from the Cafe. And I saw this on Instagram and decided to finally get a copy for myself. So yeah, but I made a mistake and I got this on the same day, which is just Tales from the Cafe. And now I have these and I don't know what to do with them. So I was thinking that maybe I should just get a copy of Before the Coffee Gets Cold and read this and the copy that I'm going to order and use this as a decor. But then I was like, maybe I should just gift this to somebody, but I don't want to gift this to somebody. So yeah, maybe I can just use this as a decor and read this. I generally don't know what to do with this. So if anybody has an idea, please let me know. And yeah, but this is not the only mistake that I made, because I got this, and this is the fifth book in a series. Okay, everyone, so this is Sentenced to Murder by Sue Minix. This is a cozy mystery with a mildly interesting plot and a very beautiful cover, at least in my opinion. So, yeah. So, our protagonist, Jen, she's actually a crime writer, but she's getting real crime cases thrown at her left and right. And considering that this is the fifth book, I mean, if I was her, I'd be questioning my entire profession at that point. So, yeah. Also, I'm not going to order the first four books. I'm just going to read this. I unfortunately could not find any review that would tell me if this spoils the first four books. But I don't want to order those books and then never read them again if I don't like the mysteries or if I don't like the writing style and stuff. So, yeah. But okay, everybody, now focus, because we are going to be moving on to some more murder mysteries, starting with The Couple at Number 9 by Claire Douglas. Okay, so I had actually already started reading this book and I read till like chapter 4 or so. And frankly, I just could not care about anything in this book. Like, not the characters, not the plot line, anything. But this is about this couple, Safi and Tom, who move into like their dream house, and then while renovating, they find some bodies there which have been there for like 30 years or so. And then the investigation points towards Safi's grandma, Rose. So yeah, it's about all of this, and I felt like this was gonna be a fast-paced read initially, but then this is also 400 pages, so I don't really know. But based on the reviews that I read, they said that it's gonna be like a really, really good read. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna hope for now. Okay, so next we have Agatha Christie's The Moving Finger, which I know this is gonna be great, so we don't have to say anything about this. Next we have Closed Casket by Sophie Hannah, which has Agatha Christie's character Hercule Poirot. I'm sorry, I just cannot do pronunciations, but we are at the end, and the last book that we're going to talk about is A Nest of Vipers by Harini Nagendra. So this is actually the third book in a series called Bangalore Detectives Club, and I actually read the first book quite a long time ago. Then I skimmed through the second book, so I will be reading the second book, which is Murder Under a Red Moon. So yeah, I might also end up just reading the first book, but I know what these books are about. So they actually follow a 19-year-old detective named Kaveri, who I remember for some reason she liked maths, which, like, good for you, girl, but that's just not me. And yeah, and I feel like that's it. That's everything. Um Wait, oh, I'm missing something. And that is, I was thinking about opening a Goodreads account, but then we also have Storygraph and Fable. So I don't know which app to choose out of these three. I might just opening an account on all three apps, but I don't really know. So I just wanted to ask, which app do you people prefer? And then, like, which app out of all, like, these three is the best? And then, how do you organize your books on the said app? Like, I've used Goodreads, I've never used Fable or Storygraph, so I'm going to talk about Goodreads. But I was thinking that if I were to open like a public Goodreads account, like, and put it on my YouTube channel and stuff. So what I will do is I'm gonna organize all my books in the three default shelves, which were TBR, like to be read, and then currently reading and read shelf, right? And then to organize things by like genres and subgenres, I'm just gonna use tags. That's how I was gonna do it in not Storygraph, Goodreads. And I've never used Storygraph for Fable, so I don't really know what to do. But I'm just gonna put this here. So if anybody has a suggestion, please do let me know. And yeah, this is where I'm gonna end the video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye. Oh my god. Bye. 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 Bye.